3 snacks recipes you would love to try at home. The amazing thing about this recipe is that you can try it in the comfort of your home. You can also make them as a full meal. Yes, I'll be sharing these recipes with you. You don't need to search for this. Once you are craving them, you can make them in the comfort of your home and enjoy. This particular one, you will know what this is at the end of the video, guys. So let's get started. For the bean pudding, the moi moi or elele, these are different names that people call it. We have a special beans for this. Make sure you are using the special beans. Soak this in water to soften so the skin can come off easily. You can use your blender to take off the skin. You can also do just what I'm doing using your mortar to remove the skin. You can also use your bare hands. Once you are done, add water and the skin floats on top. Here are the peppers I'll be using. These peppers will add a kind of color to our moi moi. I use nutmeg. Now I will blend this. Here it is. I will simply add them and mix properly. Once this is done, I will add my nutmeg. Then some seasoning cubes, oil, and then finally salt. You have to be careful when adding salt. When it is not enough, you can add more, okay? Start little by little. Add the salt. Once this is done, I added eggs. Guys, this is the secret. Beat this egg a little and then add it to your batter. Make sure you mix properly. This will give it a fantastic taste and flavor. Once this is done, I added them into my moi moi plate and then cook. Once they are done, they will leave the sides of the moi moi plate. When you insert anything inside the moi moi, it comes off very clean. This is when you will know that your moi moi is ready. Guys, look at it. This was so yummy. You can eat this as a snack. You can also eat this as a full meal. There are other things you can use to complement this. Guys, this is not cake, oh, it is moi moi. Next, we are making another snacks with beans. The same beans we used for moi moi, we'll be using this for akara. Once you have cleaned it, add your pepper and your onion and blend. Make sure this is very thick. Consistency shouldn't be light like moi moi, okay? This should be very thick. Once it is light, just know that you have ruined your akara. So I'll be adding this into my mortar and then incorporate air. This is the secret. You must incorporate air into your akara. If you don't do it this way, the akara will be soft. It won't have enough air. Incorporate air, then add some oil and let this oil get hot. I love to add onions into my oil. It gives a very kind of flavor. Back to my batter. If you'd like to see onion chunks or pepper chunks, add them now. Then mix properly. Next, I'll be adding salt. Add a little at a time. If you need more, you can always add. Add salt and then mix properly. Once you are done, scoop a little at a time and then add into your oil, guys. Here is the secret. If you incorporated enough air into your batter, you will notice that once you put your akara into the oil, it floats. This shouldn't sink into the oil. Remember, we are frying with a lot of oil. Once you add this into your oil, it floats. It won't sink into the oil. This is when you will know that you incorporated enough air. This is deep frying. We are frying on low to medium heat. Don't fry this on low heat. Don't fry it on high heat. If you fry it on low heat, it will soak up oil. If you fry it on high heat, it will just burn while the inside is still raw. Okay? Once it is golden enough, just the way you love it, take it off the oil. Guys, this was so yummy. It was so delicious. Look at the inside. This was so crunchy on the outside and so soft on the inside. This is because we incorporated enough air before frying and we fried with enough oil too. It should be deep frying. You can enjoy this with your bread. You can also enjoy it with your pap, your akamu or ogi. Make sure you mix your pap. Don't be too light. It shouldn't have lumps. Then add your boiling hot water and stir. This is it. It is not runny. it doesn't have lumps. Next, we are moving to the last snacks. Guys, for this we used fish. Look at the fish I used. Wash this properly and then we'll be steaming this with onion and salt. I will be adding just a little water if need be. Sometimes you don't even really need water. If there's water already, you don't need to add so much water. Let this cook and then take it off the heat. Once it is done, it is time to debone. Guys, we are removing every bone out of this. Okay, once this is done, then we'll smash it to tiniest pieces, just like so. And then we set this aside. Here are the peppers I'll be using. I'll be using this garlic. Here they are. I will be grating the garlic, guys. You can mince it if you want. Next are the seasonings I used. I'll be showing you this later in the video. I used seasoning cube and all-purpose seasoning. I'll be showing you that in the video. Into my pan, I added some oil, then the onions. Once this onions is translucent, I added the garlic. Stir and let this cook for just a while. This will give it an amazing aroma. Here are the peppers. Add the peppers and stir to combine. Next, we are adding the fish. Guys, look at this. Isn't it so lovely? Make sure you smash it to tiny pieces. Then add it now. Stir and then add the seasonings. This is the all-purpose seasoning and my seasoning cube. You can add salt little by little until you get the taste you want. Here is the seasoning I used, all-purpose seasoning. Set this aside and let's work on the dough. I normally sift my flour whenever I'm using flour. Then add my baking powder. Once this is done, I will mix properly. I didn't add salt because there is salt in my margarine. If you are using butter, you can add a little salt. The ratio of flour to your butter or margarine should be 2:1. If you are using 500 grams of flour, your margarine or your butter should be 250 grams. Mix until it becomes like breadcrumbs, just like so. Then add water a little at a time and then mix. Remember, for this dough, you don't need to mix for a long time. Just mix until everything is well incorporated, okay? Add little water at a time. I'll be listing the list of ingredients in the description box below. Mix and then keep this in your refrigerator to cool down. You don't need to mix for a long time. Once everything is well mixed, keep it aside. I'll be using my baking pans, so I will oil and grease them. Then keep them aside. I'll be needing egg. This egg is for egg washing, okay? I will keep this aside as well. Back to the dough. You can cut and measure your dough so that all of them will be the same, okay? This is for home use, so I will go ahead and use this to cut it out. If you don't have a rolling pin, you can improvise just like what I did. If you don't have a dough cutter, you can also improvise just like what I'm doing now. Guys, these things are so easy. If you don't have the equipment, simply improvise. You will still get a very good outcome. Once this is done, I'll be egg washing it. Once I egg wash, I'll be adding my fillings. Add the fillings as much as you want if this is for home use. If you are selling this, you will have to devise a way to make all of them equal as well. So I'll be egg washing and then adding my filling. This filling was so delicious, guys. Add the filling and then cover it up. You can use your fork to make designs just like what I'm doing now. If you use a dough cutter, you may not need to make all of this. I'm still designing, guys. Do you love this design? You can make it in yours as well. Once it is done, egg wash the top. This will make it to be shiny when it is ready. Egg wash and then start baking. I baked with my pot until it is just like so. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you loved the 3 recipes.